Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is dissecting what Kathy Hilton and Faye Resnick had to say to TMZ regarding Kathy's return and the two biggest bullies in Hollywood. Before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to shop the description box below and our love collection. As always, everything in my videos is alleged, rumored, and opinion-based. All images, audio, and video is protected under the fair use doctrine. So with that, let's dive right on in. So as we know, back in BravoCon, Kathy Hilton said that she would not be returning if, quote, the same exact cast were to return. We all thought that she was referring to Lisa Rinna, but she has clarified things with TMZ that she means the two bullies, the two bullies, Lisa Rinna, and Erika Jayne. She also weighs in on why it's hard to reconcile with Kyle, what she's been hearing behind the scenes about it being a setup, and just are other people on the cast scared, intimidated, bullied into their silence, okay? So let's watch what she had to say, and then we will discuss and we will get into it, all right? So let's watch.
I gotta ask, me and my sister are fans of the show. Where does your relationship stand with Kyle?
We will see.
How come? Are you guys close? What's going on?
I just guess that I would have liked some support since a little more support earlier, because everybody knows that this was, I know, and I had people from the show telling me that this was a setup the whole time by these two girls. And you know what? If people are really worried about me, why wouldn't they call Kyle, my husband, production, when Lisa said that I had a break? But she decides to call the media, the press, her little go-to people, and Erika. Why is she calling Erika in the middle of me scaring her so much?
So your relationship, when was the last time you guys talked?
I said hello at the BravoCon. Those two are desperate for a storyline, and they want to just, they'll throw anybody under the bus. And I said a few weeks ago, you watch. They're all going to start turning on each other. And that started happening yesterday.
What about Lisa Rinna? Have you spoken to her privately? Have you guys made up?
No. No. I said hello, she said hello, and that's it.
And also, there's rumors. Do you plan on leaving the show? Where do you stand on that?
I had said that I would only be willing to come back if the cast, if it was completely the same. Absolutely not, because I feel there are two bullies that intimidate a lot of the other girls. A couple speak up, but most of them, they're not being their authentic self. When they're pushed up to the wall and they're afraid of what those two bullies, because they're capable of anything.
And by those two bullies, you're referring to Erika and Lisa. Faye, you got to see the show. What did you think about, what Kathy, you guys are really good friends. What did you think about it?
It really broke my heart, honestly. I've watched her go through all of this pain, and when it first started happening, I was shocked. And I was like, wow, why do you go so low? And so,
how low can you go?
Yeah, it's a show. You don't have to be like this. So it really hurt my feelings. Obviously, Kathy and I have been girlfriends for 30 years, and I know her heart. I know who she is. She's just amazing, and it really hurt my feelings for her.
Oof, you guys, there you have it. And I agree with Faye. It hurt my feelings for Kathy too. So let's dive into some of the stuff that was said, okay? So I think when Kathy's saying, it's hard to get back with Kyle. It's hard to forgive 100%. At this point, she's probably seen that unseen footage, that we all saw when Kyle was confiding into Erika that she was happy Kathy was quote unquote being exposed. She wanted to go down. She was co-signing the disrespect. She was co-signing the leaking, everything being leaked to the press. It was just really sad, and that has to be very, very disheartening for Kathy. I agree that it was a setup. I think that Kyle kind of gave Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne the green light to disrespect Kathy. I think she gave them the green light to leak certain things, but I don't think that she knew how far Lisa and Erika were going to go. I think she gave them the green light to leak things about Kathy allegedly saying things about her and her family to make Kyle the victim. I don't think Kyle knew that Lisa and Erika were going to take it as far as they did with like, oh, Kathy said the N-word. She said a homophobic slur. She went after Sutton's assistant who wasn't even on the trip. This bogus DJ Michael Jackson story. Everything else, the psychotic break meltdown, like they just took it and they ran. And like Kathy said, they were desperate for a storyline. They were desperate to deflect from their own fraudulent lawsuits, what's going on, dysfunction in their own families, in their own lives, and what's going on. It was a big way to deflect from that. I also agree with Kathy that, Kyle should have supported her earlier on. It's too little too late. Kyle only came out in like August or September being like, oh, these damaging lies. Where were you for the last 10 or 11 months of all of this? And also, why are you still allowing your little mouthpiece, Teddy Mellencamp, to bash your sister in the press? We all know Teddy does not say anything or do anything without Kyle's permission. So you're using Teddy as a mouthpiece to continuously bash your sister. So Kathy's 100% right about that. Also, she's right in calling out Lisa Rinna. If Lisa Rinna is so concerned about her safety, if she's so concerned about Kathy Hilton's mental well-being, why didn't she call Kyle? Why didn't she call Rick Hilton? Why didn't she call production, 911, security? Why didn't she wake up Mauricio? Because allegedly Mauricio was sleeping in the house, but he never heard anything or saw anything. If I'm in a house and I'm scared for my safety, if I'm scared for my life, I'm locking myself in a room, wouldn't you wake up the owner of the house and be like, hey, Mauricio, can you help me with Kathy? Can you help me calm her down? Doesn't make any sense. With that, either Mauricio wasn't in the house and that was a lie. He was out dipping it and doing it. Or Mauricio was in the house sleeping and nothing that traumatic happened. He was just sleeping. Kathy went to sleep and Lisa Rinna went to sleep after texting her BFF Erika Jayne to get fake receipts. So none of it makes sense. None of it is adding up. She says that they're turning on each other and that was starting to happen yesterday. This is what I think when it comes to that, and I'll do another video on it. I think that they were starting to fake turn on each other. You know what I mean? But I think in order to kind of break up the Fox 4-5, to appease the audience, to appease executives, to appease everybody saying that this mean girl group needs to break up. But I think when they faked it, it turned real. Because when you start to play with relationships, when you play with marriage, when you play with your children's stuff, when you start to play with that stuff, it quickly turns real. And as we know, these are crabs in the barrel. They will turn on each other. They will, it'd be a shame for you to end up like I am, like Erika did with the threats. So we'll do another video on that to dissect what's going on there. Now, also, when she says the other women are intimidated to speak up, I think she's primarily talking about Sutton and Crystal. Garcelle, Queen Garcelle, we already know she does, she carries that show when it comes to holding Erika accountable and Rinna accountable and Kyle accountable. She doesn't go as far as she even could. She still bends to them at points, but she can't do everything by herself. The burden should not be 100% on Garcelle to call these bullies out. And I think that Kathy was referring to Crystal not being herself, not speaking up as much. Crystal is starting to find her voice. She's starting to clap back at Kyle at the reunion. She's starting to call out Erika Jayne over the last couple of episodes of the season. I think Sutton this season was definitely less her authentic self. I think she had a lot more to say about Erika, a lot more to say about Lisa. She could have defended Garcelle more and been more there for her. But like Sutton said, I was afraid. I was looking out for myself. I didn't want their blowback. And like Kathy Hilton said, they're bullies. These women are intimidated because they are capable of anything. And that is 100% true. Ugh, you guys. And then also Kathy confirmed that she's not coming back. You know, she's just a friend of. But if Rinna is there and Erika is there, she's not coming back. What do you guys think? Do you think that Bravo is going to bring back Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne? If so, are you sad that Kathy Hilton will not be back? Or do you think Bravo realizes that the actual sweet sauce was Kathy Hilton? That Kathy Hilton, Garcelle, Sutton, Crystal, the lightness, the fun, the opulence, that's what we want in Beverly Hills, not this darkness. We loved Beverly Hills before Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne. We would love it even more after then. So what do you guys think? Do you think Bravo's going to listen? Or do you think they're like, we don't like ultimatums, we'll decide our casting. If you don't want to be on the show, then fine, don't be on the show. We'll cast whoever we want. What do you think? What do you think is going to go down? Do you agree with what Kathy said? You know, Kyle was setting her up the entire time. I think so. I also do agree that Erika and Lisa Rinna are bullies. I do agree that Sutton and Crystal and sometimes even Garcelle is intimidated by them. They just don't want the blowback because they know that they're capable of anything. Do you want them gone? And what do you think the fate of the Real Housewife of Beverly Hills will be if they are brought back? I know that's a lot of questions, so comment anything that you want to comment. Answer down below. But before you do, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. Shop the Love Collection down below and check out our description box. And with that, you guys, take care of yourself and each other. I love you. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!